Alright guys, so we are done with the basic questions and concepts of statistics. I hope you have gone through them. If yes, and you know the basics of statistics, the definitions of mean, median, mode, and the basic questions, it's time to move to the difficult questions, 650 to 750. And let's see how GMAT asks difficult questions on statistics. Of course, it is a very important topic. Right, many questions come from here. Now, my recommendation for you is when we see a question, you pause the video and try it on your own and then move ahead. And also, please set the speed of the video as per your own convenience. Go into the settings bar 1.5x, 1.75x, 1.25x, whatever suits you. Let's begin, guys. First question. If numbers n and k are added to this particular set, right, its mean will increase by 25%. What is the value of n square plus 2nk plus k square? Now guys, be careful. Look at the numbers. N square plus 2nk plus k square. It's nothing but this is n plus k whole square. Isn't it? A square plus b square plus 2ab. So that means I need to find n plus k. Once I have found n plus k, I'm done. Now let's go to the question and try to find n plus k. I hope you have paused it and tried it on your own. If you haven't, please try it on your own. Okay, so I'll try it now. Numbers n and k are added to this set. Okay, what is the mean first? So this is the initial mean. That is, now add smartly 8 plus 2, 10, 20, 32. So initial mean is 32 by 4, that is 8. Mean is increased by 25%, that is 1.25 of 8. The multiplying factor 25%. I'm very sure you know this basics. Multiplying factors increased by 30%, 1.3 increased by 20%, 1.2 decreased by 20%, 0.8 times. So what is the final mean? 1.25 can also be written as 5 by 4 into 8. Calculation becomes easy. It is simply 10. So this is my final mean. Alright. So final mean is going to be what? Sum of the numbers, which was 32, plus, now you've added two new numbers, n plus k. Be careful, do not write 4, because now the number of numbers are also 6. 4 from the initial set, n and k. So 60 equals to 32 plus n plus k. From here we get n plus k is equals to 60 minus 32, that is 28. Now you're looking for n plus k square. Now I recommend that you learn squares from 1 to 30. Sometimes very handy. Otherwise you will be a little slow. So 28 square. Any idea, guys? Alright. So it's simply 784. And that is the answer. So if you know it, perfect. If you don't, please learn the squares of 1 to 30. I hope the question is clear. Let's move to the next question. So yeah, 784. Okay guys, let us see that you did not know 28 ka whole square, but you have reached this particular stage, n plus k equals to 28, and now you know you need to square this up. So guys, 28 square. Now you know 30 square, right? It is 900. So the answer has to be near 900. Secondly, it is 28 square. So that means the last digit has to be 8 square, that is 4. So number near 900 ending with 4, only one number, that is D, which is 784. If you do not know it, then also we have cracked it. I always say to my students, it's not just the question you take help of. You also take the help of the answer choices if you want to score Quant 51. Alright guys, so time to move ahead to the next question and a difficult concept. Pause the video, try it on your own, and once done, let me know, or we'll just simply move ahead. If the average of 5 distinct positive integers is 10, alright, so the average of 5 numbers is 10. Be careful, it is distinct positive integers. These things, if you skip them, if you do not read them properly, you are screwed up. The answer is going to be wrong. what is the least possible value of the greatest number of 5 terms? Now these are confusing terms, guys. That's why I've written as maximum and minimum value. So he is asking us that out of these x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5, you have 5 terms. Out of these 5 terms, let us say they are in arranging order right now. So if this guy is the maximum of all, I want to find out the least value of x5. So least value of the maximum number of the set. Let's try it out on the simple white page and see. Alright, so let's try this particular question. This is a good one. Now guys, you want the mean to be 10. Now, how can I get mean to be 10? Don't worry, I know the numbers are distinct. I'm just keeping them same so that you analyze it. If all the numbers are 10, the mean is simply 10. Now this is my largest number of the set and it is minimum. If I decrease 1 in the first number, then I have to increase 1 in this number. The mean is again 10. Then again, if I repeat this exercise, I'll get to this particular set. So are you noticing what's happening? The idea is, as we are going away, as the numbers are going away, they are going far from each other. What's happening? The maximum number of the set is increasing, but we want to keep it least. So the simple idea is, write it down for your later reference, to minimize the largest number of the set. Simple for you. Simple. Keep all the number closest. And how can you do that? Bring all of them very near to the mean. That's it. When I kept all of them equal to mean, the largest number was minimum 10. You cannot get the largest number less than 10. No chance. As soon as you decrease one, you have to increase the other one. And the number will go higher. And that's what we don't want. Now, here there was another catch in this question. You needed distinct positive integers. If this was not given to us, then I would have simply answered, okay, the minimum value of the largest number is 10. But since I need distinct positive integers, now that simply means I have to keep the 5 numbers closest but not equal. So let's keep the central one as 10. The mean cannot be equal to 10, but let's keep it closest. So 9 cannot be equal to 9, but let's keep it closest. 8. So the higher one is 11 and 12. So this is the best possible way for me to keep the numbers closest and yet different. So what is the minimum value of the largest number? We have it as 12. So 12 is the minimum value that the largest number of this set can attain, having the mean is equals to 10. I hope it is clear. This is an important concept. If you did not understand this now, please go back, rewind the video, watch it again. Difficult concept, guys, but you have to have a command over this. Simple thing, remember to keep the number, the maximum number smallest. Keep the numbers closest. That is the best possible way. Simple. Let's move to the next question. Yeah, 12 is the correct answer. Alright. So I want you to pause the video and try this question on your own, and then I'll continue. So a set of 15 different integers, again be very careful, has a median 30 and a range of 30. What is the greatest possible integer that could be in this set? Now I'm looking for the maximum value of the maximum number. That is what the greatest possible integer means in this particular set. So the idea is, keep the maximum number of this particular set maximum. That's it. So let's try out this particular question as well and see how it goes. Alright guys, so we have 15 numbers. Let us assume that the numbers are x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, x7, x8 and so on till x50. The median is 30. That means the central number. Central number for 15, remember odd. So 15 plus 1, 16 by 2, 8th term. So this term is definitely 30. Now the range is 30. That means this number minus this number is 30. The maximum difference x1 and x15 can have is 30. And I want to keep this number maximum. How can I do that? Again, let's make the question simpler first. If the idea was that they were not different integers, I would have simply kept all of them 30 so that x1 becomes maximum. And if x1 becomes maximum, automatically x15 also becomes maximum because it is simply 30 more than x1. So this will become 60. That is the maximum possible value I can have in a set. But there was a catch. What was the catch? Different integers. I cannot keep them 30. But you know now that I want to keep this guy maximum. So that this guy is also maximum, 30 more than this. So I'll keep them as high as possible. And what are those values? Closest to 30. So 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. So x8, x7, x6, x5, x4, x3, x2 and x1. So these are your possible values. Now this is the way how I can keep my x1 maximum. And now once my x1 is maximized, my x15 automatically is maximized. That is 23 plus 30, that is 53. I cannot get any number greater than 53. So guys, the correct answer for this question is 53. I hope you have understood this concept. If not, you know the drill. Just go back, rewind the video, see it again, and you'll definitely understand it. Good concepts, how to maximize or minimize the least number of the set or the maximum number of the set. So you should be careful with both of these ideas. The game is simple. The game is keep them closest and check. Right? That's it. I hope you understood with both of these questions. Let's try one more. This is also a good question. I want you to pause it and see it on your own. So set S, it carries 150, 200, 250 and n. Not in this order. Now be careful, the order is not given. Do not assume this to be an increasing order. Not an order specifically mentioned. Which of the following could be the median of the 4 integers listed below? Again, a good question. So I guess you must have paused and tried it. Let's go ahead and let me try it then. Now, we do not know the order, but what are the orders which are possible? One is the n becomes the smallest. If n becomes the smallest, then the median this set can attain will be the smallest. That's it, right? Because n is smallest, and now you have this as the median, which is 150 plus 200 divided by 2, 175. I cannot get a median less than 175, because if n is greater than 150, we will have a set like this, and now the median will be n plus 200 by 2, and we know that n is greater than 150, so of course the median is increasing. So guys, it is quite clear in this set, you keep increasing the value of n, it will keep increasing the median for this particular set. For example, now if I keep n over here, now I'm keeping it as greater than 200, so this will also make this like this. So this median is also greater than 175, 200 plus n, where n is greater than 200. The last possibility is that it is the greatest. And when it is the greatest, that is the maximum median I will be able to have. That's 200 and 250, so the median is 225. So this is the range of my median, 175 to 225. Now this I did to just explain you, but the idea was quite simple. That was, keep the n highest, then this will give you the maximum median, and this will be 225. Keep the n over here, the minimum, then you will have the minimum median, that is 175. So your median is going to range between 175 and 225. No other possibility. You cannot get a median greater than 225. because even if n is 1001 crore, I don't care. This will be 150, 200, 250, and let us say infinity, very high number, doesn't matter. Again, your median is 225. You cannot get a higher median than 225. So what is this 235 doing here? Similarly, if you keep it very low, let us say 0, then also you will have the median as 175. You cannot get a median lower than 175. So what are the possible values? All the possible values between 175 and 225. So this is allowed and this is allowed. So the answer to this particular question is first and second. Yeah, so the answer is first and second. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the series. I would recommend please like, share and subscribe, bringing in all the difficult questions, all the concepts in your living room. Just sit on your couch, come home after the long day of office, relax back and watch the video. We are there for you. Just support us and help us to reach more people. Alright guys, bye bye and thank you. Hope you're enjoying the series and stay tuned. Bye bye.